蔚蓝波痕，失去分寸，向你狂奔。等跨过闪电，即使迷惘，自我蜕变。蔚蓝波痕，火把如灯，失去分寸，不断向着向你狂奔，星河发问，等跨过闪电，潮汐末端，即使迷惘，新的期盼，自我蜕变，都有港湾。向你狂奔，星河发问，等跨过闪电，潮汐末端，即使迷惘，新的期盼，自我蜕变，都有港湾。只说一句，我还想要你，你是我眼里孤独的情侣。看我凝望的大眼，向你狂奔，星河发问，等跨过闪电，潮汐末端，即使迷惘，新的期盼，自我蜕变，都有港湾。只说一句，我还想要你，你是我眼里火把如灯的情侣，不断向着我凝望着我发热。向你狂奔，星河发问，等跨过闪电，潮汐末端，即使迷惘，新的期盼，自我蜕变，都有港湾。只说一句，我还想要你，你是我眼里火把如灯的情侣，不断向着我凝望着我发热。
席替えで緊張したのはきっと初めて恋をしたから。あのリタルダンド残して愛を拾い上げた手のぬくもりが今もまだ残るのです。これさえあればとお互い口にして全てを借り合った、それだけでもう生きてゆけると思ったのです。 などもうないし、まあいいか、全部ここで流れ切ってしまえ。まずいまずいまずい、強烈にまずい、あなたが買った磨き粉も9割5分も残して、一体どこへ行ったのねえ、どこに行ったの。私を振ってんじゃないよバカ、振っていいわけがないでしょ。たまに倦怠期予防のサプライズも忘れないでと確かに言っておいたけれど、振っていいわけがないでしょ。あなたの分際で何よバカなこと言い出してさ、もういいからそろそろ種明かししに来てよ。バカ真面目にとっておいた約束、部屋の中散らばって、足の踏み場もなくすぐに踏んづけて、その刹那痛むのです。君は僕のすべてって今流行りの合言葉とか何か、もしやもしかして小さく時々って言ってたりしたりして、そうだとしたらそうだとしても何でもいいや。ダサいダサいダサい、猛烈にダサい、あなたがくれたワンピースを着てお行儀よくここで私は待ってるんだよ。ねえねえ待ってるんだよ。私を振ってんじゃないよバカ、振っていいわけがないでしょ。たまに倦怠期予防のサプライズも忘れないでと確かに言っておいたけれど、振っていいわけがないでしょ。私と別れたならもう次なんていないからもういいでしょ。そろそろ種明かししに来てよ。痛い痛い痛い、女にはなるまいと誓ってはきたけど、今の私はどうやら晴れてなってるかな。長い長い長い話終わったらきっとまたしてしまうでしょ。だから最後に伝えさせて2分でいいから、あなたが好きだったこと、とびっきりのバカ野郎。私を振ってんじゃないよバカ、振っていいわけがないでしょ。だからあんたみたいなバカ、私から振ってあげるわよ。泣いて追っかけてきてももう許したり で撮るんだろう。もう背は伸びないくせに着信の音で飛び起きたけど損したな君かと思ったのに何かの手違いで好きになってくれないかなどうにも君のいない場所は空気が薄くてさくだらない話は思いつくのに君を抱きしめていい理由だけが見つからないああそうかそうだよなハッピーバースデー片思いの俺愛が何かは知らないけれど好きという名前の痛みになら詳しいかも君にも教えてあげたいけれど結局教わるのは俺だろうこのまま今日が終わり明日が来ればいつになっても迫らないこの距離を駆け引きにも綱引きにもならないやりとりをもっと単純な名前で呼んであげられるよ何一つ終われないけどつまらない言葉の繰り返しで辻褄もきっと合ってない物語の続きに独りよがりの毎日にハッピーバースデー君に言ってほしいだけくだらない話は思いつくのに君を抱きしめていい理由だけが見つからないああそうかそうだよな しょう。未だにあなたのことを夢に見る。忘れたものを取りに帰るように、古びた思い出の誇りを払う。戻らない幸せがあることを最後にあなたが教えてくれた。言えずに隠してたくらい過去も、あなたがいなきゃ永遠に暗いまま。きっともうこれ以上傷つくことなどありはしないとわかっている。あの日の悲しみさえ、あの日の苦しみさえ、その全てを愛してたあなたと共に、胸に残り離れない苦いレモンの匂い。雨が降り止むまでは帰れない。今でもあなたは私の光。暗闇であなたの背をなぞったその輪郭を鮮明に覚えている。受け止めきれないものと出会うたび、溢れてやまないのは涙だけ。何をしていたの、何を見ていたの、私の知らない横顔で。どこかであなたが今私と同じような涙に暮れ寂しさの中にいるなら、私のことなどどうか忘れてください。そんなこと心から願うほどに、今でもあなたは私の光。自分が思うより恋をしていたあなたに、あれから思うように息ができない。あんなにそばにいたのに、まるで嘘みたい。とても忘れられない。それだけが確か。あの日の悲しみさえ、あの日の苦しみさえ、その全てを愛してたあなたと共に、胸に残り離れない苦いレモンの匂い。雨が降り止むまでは帰られない。切り分けた果実の魔法のように、今でもあなたは私の光。君とのラブストーリー、それは予想通り、いざ始まれば一人芝居だ。ずっとそばにいたって結局ただの観客だ。感情のないI'm sorry、それはいつも通り。慣れてしまえば悪くはないけど、君とのロマンスは人生から続きはしないことを知った。もっと近づいていて、もっと
あと何度君と同じ花火を見られるかなって、笑う顔に何ができるだろうか。傷つくこと喜ぶこと繰り返す波とちょうど焦燥最終列車の音、何度でも言葉にして君を呼ぶよ波間を選びもう一度もう二度と悲しまずに済むように。あっと息を飲めば消えちゃいそうな光がきっとまだ胸に住んでいた。手を伸ばせば触れたあったかい未来は密かに二人を見ていた。
パッと花火が夜に咲いた
夜に咲いた夜に咲いて
静かに消えた
静かに消えた。離れないで
もう少しだけ
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 このままで。
あの日見渡した渚を今も思い出すんだ。砂の上に刻んだ言葉、君の後ろ姿。
パッと光って咲いた花火を見ていた。きっとまだ終わらない夏が曖昧な心を溶かして繋いだ。この夜が続いて欲しかった。
一人で生きていくんだなんてさ口をついて叫ん んだあの日から変わっていく僕を笑えばいい、一人が怖い僕を蹴飛ばして噛みついて息もできなくて騒ぐ頭と腹の奥がぐしゃぐしゃになったって狙いも嫌いも消えてしまうくらいに今は触っていたいな君の心に。僕たちはきっといつか遠く離れた太陽にすら手が届いて夜明けの絵を手に入れて笑おう。そうやって青く燃える黄色に詰まりおぼろげな街の向こうへ手をつないで走ってゆけるはずだ。君と未来を盗み描くひねりのないストーリーを草深だらけ荒くれた日々が削り削られ擦り切れた今が君の言葉で蘇る鮮やかにも現れてくるさなぎのままで眠り魂を食べかけのまま捨てたあの夢をもう一度取り戻せ。もう一度遠くへ行け遠くへ行けと僕の中で誰かがさどうしようもないほど熱烈にいつだって目を晴らした君が二度と悲しまないように笑えるそんなヒーローになるための歌。さらば掲げろピースサイン転がってくストーリーを君と未来を盗み描くひねりのないストーリーを袖だけがおぼつかない夏の終わり明け方の電車に揺られて思い出した懐かしいあの風景たくさんの遠回りを繰り返して同じような街並みがただ通り過ぎた窓に僕が映ってる君は今もあの頃みたいにいるのだろうかひしゃげて曲がったあの自転車で走り回ったバカバカしい綱渡り膝に滲んだ血今はなんだかひどく虚しいどれだけ背丈が変わろうとも変わらない何かがありますようにくだらない面影に励まされ今も歌う今も歌う今も歌うラララララララララララせわしなく街を走るタクシーにぼんやりと背負われたままくしゃみをした窓の外を眺める心から震えたあの瞬間にもう一度出会えたらいいと強く思う忘れることはないんだ君は今もあの頃みたいにいるのだろうか靴を片方茂みに落として探し回った きたかな。もう一度初めから歩けるなら、すれ違うように君に会いたい。どれだけ世界が変わろうとも変わらない何かがありますように、くだらない面影に励まされ、今もだ今もだ今もだ、ラララララララララララ、朝日が昇る前の影た月を君もどこかで見てるかな。何もないと笑える朝日が来て、始まりは青い色。昨日より君が好きなのに、昨日みたいにうまくできない。二人がはしゃいだ言葉はあっという間に忘れてしまった。並んで座ったベンチで手をつなごうか迷ってた。なぜか君にだけ僕が伝わらない、それだけわかった。捨てるように日々を生きてきたけど、君は僕をまともな怖がりに変えてしまった。毎日君を抱きしめても、どんなに強く抱きしめても 0.1 ミリの不安が挟まったまま、毎日君に恋するため、毎日君を抱きしめよう。薄れるから移ろうから届かないから、大好きと笑ってほしい。大きなモールで一人きり流れてく人を見ている。君の声を思い出せば、あの時に戻れる気がした。僕だらけの日々を生きてきたけど、君を見つけ、君を失うのがただ怖いんだ。毎日君と話をして、時々君は黙り込んで 0.1 グラムの孤独分け合ったまま、毎日君を愛するため、毎日僕は君を騙す。こぼれそうな胸の内を閉じ込めたまま、大好きを抱えて歩く。綺麗と言った夕焼けを慌てて僕は探すけれど、0.1 秒の遅さで色を変える。毎日君を抱きしめても、どんなに強く抱きしめても 0.1 ミリの不安が挟まったまま、毎日君に恋するため、毎日君を抱きしめよう。忘れるから移ろうから届かないから、大好きさ笑ってほしい。 幸せとは星が降る夜と眩しい朝が繰り返すようなものじゃなく、大切な人に降りかかった雨に傘をさせることだ。
何のために生きていくのか、答えなんてなくていいよ。会いたい人と必要なものを少し守れたら、
背伸びもへりくだりもせずに僕のそのままで愛しい気持ちを伝えたなら、幸せとは星が降る夜と眩しい朝が繰り返すようなものじゃなく、大切な人に降りかかった雨に傘をさせることだ。そしていつの間にか僕の方が守られてしまうことだ。
いつもそばに
いつも君がいてほしいんだ。
目を開けても
目を閉じても書かしより挟んだページ、涙の後苦しくて思わず閉じた理由は忘れずに読み進めるほど白紙のページがお気に召すままに気象点ケツをこじられてラリラリめくりめくるストーリーストーリー喜怒哀楽すわしラリラリめくりめくるストー ねえ僕は人間じゃないんです、本当にごめんなさい。そっくりにできてるもんでよく間違われるのです。僕は人間じゃないんです。じゃあ何かと聞かれましても、それはそれで皆目見当もつかないのです。誰が人間なもんでみんな人並みに相手してくれます。僕の期待に応えたくて日々努力を惜しまないのです。笑顔と同情と謙遜と自己犠牲、浅き性に優しさと有日欲を超えそうな必要事項を生きるのです。しかし全くもってその可愛もなく、結局モノマネはモノマネでしかなく、一人また一人と去ってゆき人間が剥がれ落ちるのです。大切な人を幸せにしたり、面白くもないことで笑ってみたり、そのうち今どんな顔の自分かわからなくなる始末です。僕は人間じゃないんです、本当にごめんなさい。そっくりにできてるもんでよく間違われるのです。僕は人間じゃないんです。じゃあ何かと聞かれましても、それはそれで皆目見当もつかないのです。僕もいつの日にか本当の人間になれるんじゃないかなんて、そんな夢を見ていました。夢を見てました。程よく適当に生きながら、程よく真面目に働きながら、全然大丈夫なふりしながら、たまに涙流しながら、手に入れた幸せを忘れるわ。自分のことばかり棚にあげるわ。怒らせイラつかせ悲しませ、僕は一体誰ですか。どうせこんなことになるのなら、初めから僕の姿形を人間とははるかほど遠いものにしてくれりゃよかったのに。誰かのために生きてみたいな、生まれた夢を残してみたいな、この後に及んでまだ人間みたいなことを抜かしているのです。人間として処方中の処方、何一つとしてできないままに、よくもまあそんな気になれたもんだ。怒るのもごもっともです。僕は人間じゃないんです、本当にごめんなさい。そっくりにできてるもんでよく間違われるのです。僕も人間でいいんですかねえ、誰か答えてよ。見よう見まねで生きてる僕を許してくれますか。僕は人間じゃないんです、本当にごめんなさい。そっくりにできてるもんでまたもんの割にですが、何度も諦めたつもりでも人間でありたいのです。好きだよと伝えればいいのに、願う先怖くて言えず、好きだよと好きだよが募っては溶けてく、君との時間が1秒でもない じゃなくていい願いかける恋をとと雨空君と離れてから数日目の土砂降りの雨の中こんな日は必ず傘を届けに行ったいつもの待ち合わせの場所いるはずのない面影待つ傘もささずずぶ濡れな君はそこにいたかじかんだ手を温めることがもう一度できるなら始まりの時まで戻りたい好きだよと伝えればいいのに願う先怖くて言えず好きじゃない好きだよが揺れる恋と雨空君との時間が1秒でも長くなるならずっとじゃなくていい雨が止むまでこのままいさせて小さはずの君はここ捉うの流し去る力もなくあの日のままで時間が止まる雫が2つ君の方を伝う絶えずやまぬ雨のせいと恋音を歌う街行く恋人が羨ましく思うことが増えたいつから一人が怖くなったんだろうでも今はつかの間の視野忘れできることならこのままりふれた恋人たちになりたい君がここで望んでること僕がここで言いたいこと今なら思いも重なるかな好きだよと伝えればいいのに願う先怖くて言えず横顔を見つめてるそれだけでももういいだけど一握りの幸せも君がくれたものだから本当はずっと抱きしめていたいすれ違いも二人も一度やり直すための試練だってすぐに言えるのならどんなにいいだろうか好きという事実通り過ぎて今ではもう愛してる失ったすぐ実感でやっと知った本当はこのまま気持ち確かめたくて好きだよと伝えればいいのに願う先怖くて言えず好きだよと好きだよがその手は溶けてく君との時間が1秒でも長くなるならずっとじゃなくていい願いかける恋をとと雨空僕は今無口な空に吐き出した孤独という名の雲その雲が雨を降 しむから辛いのがどっちかわからなくなるよガラクタだったはずの今日が二人なら宝物になるそばにいたいよ君のためにできることが僕にあるかないつも君にずっと君に笑っていて欲しくてひまわりのようなまっすぐなその優しさをぬくもりを全部これからは僕も届けてゆきたいここにある幸せに気づいたから遠くで灯る未来もしも僕らが離れてもそれぞれ歩いてゆくその先でまた出会えると信じて気づいたちぐはぐだったはずの歩幅一つのように今が定る遠くでそばにいること何気ないこの瞬間も忘れはしないよ旅立ちの日手を振る時笑顔でいられるようにひまわりのようなまっすぐなその優しさをぬくもりを全部返したいけれど君のことだからもう十分だよってきっと言うかな
Investigating some stuff, dude.
I was walking away and someone. I didn't do anything.
Nice to meet you. My name is Princess. Can we
People,
talk?
people accuse me of sexual fucking
Can we
touching
stop
people.
right here?
No, I need water, but let's talk.
You need water? Okay, let's talk. What's going on? What's your name?
Michael Scott.
Michael Scott. Nice to meet you, Michael Scott. What's wrong?
I got beat up for no reason, bro.
Well, obviously there's something going on.
I didn't do anything. Like people accused me of fucking touching girls in a fucking crowd, and I denied it. And they just didn't want to listen to me.
He threw a fist in a bicycle.
No, because he touched me.
He said he was gonna cut her artery and let her bleed out.
Okay, let's stop at this corner. We're gonna be safe
We're
at this
just gonna
corner.
leave you out.
We gonna stop at this corner.
I need some water
You're
right
gonna
here.
keep going.
And everybody else could just mind their fucking
Wait,
business.
hold on.
'cause
Don't touch my medic.
I need water right now.
We will get you water.
He's trying to get.
You move.
There's a drinking fountain behind you.
Aggressive.
You better not touch me.
In my
Fuck
face.
you. You don't get to hit
You
me.
don't have
Wait,
females,
wait,
bro.
hold on, everyone. Hold
I
on.
get
Let
to
me
defend
ask.
myself.
Let me ask questions.
And I will continually defend myself until I am dead.
What
So
is going
fuck
on?
off. I'm sorry if your sensibilities.
No.
I'm sorry if your sensibilities do not match reality.
you?
If you will hit
Excuse me.
I will hit you back
Excuse me.
every time. until I am
Excuse
dead.
me. My name is Princess. I would like to.
Of course.
Okay, can you tell me what the fuck just happened?
I was in a crowd, and there's a girl sitting down, and I backed up because my crotch was too. too close to her head. Okay? I was standing within like 2 feet of her.
Oh, wait,
I tried
hold on.
to. I
Can we
tried
just
to.
stop right there?
No.
Can you not
That had
yell at
nothing
me?
to do with. No. Yes, I did. Fucking yell.
No, don't yell at me. Because guess what?
I backed up, and
minority
then
and I'm
she's
trying to
like,
help you.
"Are you touching
Wait,
girls?"
hold
And I'm
on.
like, "I'm not."
Hold on. I am a minority that is trying to help you at a minority protest. That's why I'm yelling at you. Because I'm trying to help this people. I am trying to help you.
Are you hydrated?
Yes, but you cannot yell your story at me because I'm trying to help your white ass. So shut the fuck up and calm the fuck down, yeah?
What do you want?
Please tell me the story in a cordial manner, period. In a cordial manner.
I was in the crowd and
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
My controlling shit that does not need to be controlled. My face hurts.
Don't tell me shit. This is my fucking best friend, bitch. What's up? What's up, bro? Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bro. What's up? Throw hands in, bitch. You ain't never dealt with a bitch like me from these folks before. What's up, bitch?
I saw a girl sitting down, so I was like, I saw a girl sitting down.
I'm talking to him.
Not that for the eyes. Not that. Not that. Do you guys need eyes? Do you need eyes? Yes, shut your fucking self, hoe. Yeah, that's for skin. You'll burn. You'll burn. Okay, fair.
I'm sorry. What is your name? Michael. That I trust with my life to help you out. Is that okay?
Go ahead.
Thank
You know
you.
what? Hey, you know what's? Hold on. Listen to me. No, I am a career criminal. I chose to live this kind of life because I am good at it. Okay? But what I learned in being a criminal is if you don't do anything wrong, you can tell the truth, not have to pay attention to your fucking lies. Okay? I didn't do anything fucking wrong, so if anybody has a goddamn question, you come up here and talk to me. Okay? I didn't do shit.
Michael,
And if you're gonna fucking punch me, I'm gonna punch you back, and that's why I happened, and everyone's freaked out.
Michael, I am literally trying to talk to you right now. I am trying to talk to you right now. Person to person. Because my name is Princess. I'm a movement leader for the night shift. I'd like to talk to you.
Michael, I would love to help you. Michael, I have safe
She's
eye.
gonna
I can help you. I can help you. Supplies. So do you have? Okay. So
Yeah, just right in the eyes.
okay, and please watch this. Okay.
It's always the bad guys.
I know it's a box video.
This is one of my trusted medics.
Can you get my upper eyelid?
I certainly can. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so do you know what you got hit with?
No, race.
It was race. Perfect. I have a
I'm
perfect
sorry, the
white
cold
face.
is still so much.
It's okay. Yeah, I know. I have a perfect white face. I know.
This is so fucking stupid!
It hurts. I understand.
Where the fuck is that bitch at?
Hey,
Hold on. You gotta ask. You gotta understand something. You gotta understand something. Rational like that. People are gonna think that is threatening.
He's a minority as well, and he was accusing me of driving. Just like being weird sexual predator, which I did not do. But the second, he did it twice, and he did not listen to anything I had to say.
Can we talk about this in 2 seconds? Can we just calm down?
No, I want coldness on my face. That's what I want.
Let's just relieve your face, okay?
Oh my god, this.
Stay in the shot. What's the ratio? Here, stay here, you just center.
If I do something wrong, like I'll own up to something. If I'm fucked, I'll be fucked, yo. But I didn't do anything this time, dude. And that's just fucked up.
Looks like it's stay.
Can you not? They don't want to be recorded.
Is on me? I think they want to be recorded.
Alright, can you not?
There's a guy recording right there.
Don't fucking record them, okay? They just said they don't want to be recorded, okay?
Please, like, just turn
Just
that off
don't.
and go away.
Just don't.
Like, out of respect, bro.
Why are you focused on me? Focus on him.
Because they're all asking not to be filmed, bro.
Yeah, I've been filming all this stuff without any bias, and I've been keeping the cops off of them. So
it's time for you to not do that anymore. That's what they're asking for, bro. Can you respect that?
Exactly. That's what I'm not wasting our time.
you're here for a cause, guys. Don't worry about it.
Right, that's a cop. I said delete it. I said it's deleted. Somebody said delete it.
Just took that guy's camera.
Parts and film, that's what we're saying. Yeah, you can do that all you want. I don't give a fuck, bro. What are you gonna do? You're gonna
Don't touch me.
Bitch? Are you gonna mace me? Is that what you're gonna do?
Why would you assume that? Why would you? Are you? Do you?
We're de-escalating.
Do you go to violence? Is that why you assume other people are going to get violent with you? I didn't threaten you with anything. I just said don't touch me. You respect me and I respect you.
I mean, I don't respect that you're disrespecting these people's wishes.
Do you understand that this corner has like over a dozen cameras?
Can you respect
All of
that?
this is recorded.
Can you respect that?
Can you respect? We'll respect each other. You do you, and I'll do me. Stop trying to be a fascist and telling me what to do.
Baby, you
respect
can't
your
say
freedom.
fascism and throw that around like
Respect
you are
your
here for
freedom,
Black
and I'll
lives,
respect
babe.
mine.
You gotta go over there. Like, people are asking not to be filmed. That's to be respected, should it not? Well, aquí hablan,
So there's nothing else to see. Get out here. I think they broke that other guy's. That's what I like to see. Someone says they're going to send me some cash. Oh, man. I just see how ironic it is to be claiming that you're fighting against fascism and then trying to be an authoritarian against what other people can and cannot do. I'm a punk. I've been a punk since I was pretty young. The minute you start telling me what to do, I don't care what you're telling me what to do. I'm probably just going to do. How you doing, man? You cooking up tonight?
Cooking.
Yeah? Is everybody donating? It looks like you had a whole crap load of stuff tonight.
Yeah, we got people over there. People are donating, what they can.
Right on. You look like a pretty...
Times, yeah.
Your stuff always smells pretty good. You work in the kitchen? Is it just... Yeah? I figured you had some skill.
Food and barbecue company.
Oh, yeah?
That's what we do.
In the summertime.
Right on. I haven't seen one person walking away looking like they don't like what you're cooking, so it must be pretty good.
Yeah, we got a bunch of
we're a bunch of good cooks.
I'm talking to the gentlemen that are running the Courtesy Barbecue right now. They've been running that thing around the clock pretty much.
Riot Ribs.
The Riot Ribs. That's a good name.
You can hit us on Venmo.
You want to be on here?
Yeah,
you shout out to the stream?
Yeah, we don't care.
Media or whatever you want to shout out.
Riot Ribs at Venmo.
All right.
That's what we got
Riot
right
Ribs, bro.
You can search it up on Twitter in the search bar. We got an included list of all the expenses, where every
Yeah,
dollar goes, all that.
we're going to organize this stuff
We
now.
have an accountant doing all that for us.
Yeah.
She's on Twitter doing it all for us, too.
Yeah,
Cool, man.
So, yeah, we have it all for donations, and we're going to always feed the people because that's what it's all about.
Sounds good.
We're going to go across the bridge in a little bit
Everyone
and feed the
needs
homeless
a full
people in front of
belly.
the Motor Center, too.
Yep.
Right on. Is there a camp over there right now?
Right across the street from the Motor Center.
Oh, yeah? All right. You guys have a good night.
Yeah, you too, bud.
One thing that really boils my blood, I'm a 6'2" man, and I can hold my own and fight pretty good. You get like tiny people, or tiny girls, and they get all aggressive with you like that because they know that they can do whatever they want in front of a crowd of people, and if you even push back a little bit, the crowd's gonna see you as a, so big people that could hurt people are respecting the smaller people. But then sometimes those smaller people don't return the respect, they provoke. It kind of boils my blood sometimes, Yeah, they have those little tactics too. Like they're the ones being aggressive, you know, getting in my face, trying to touch me, trying to touch my camera, and then accusing me like, oh, what are you gonna do, mace me? I'm like, no, I'm the one that's peaceful. You're the one that's aggressive. You know, like, don't try to manipulate people, man. I gotta plug my battery in. Yeah, it's a crazy thing when they forget about the white on the live streams or people camera. Man, there's hardly in the Pioneer Square Mall. On the other corner was it the other building, the Pioneer Square Mall. That store is recorded almost as the town is. I don't see anything that's gone on in the chat that was so bad, and I've asked a couple of people to tell me what was so bad in the chat that it's I don't know if nobody's been threatening people in here, have they? Yeah, she was kind of shocked when I called her a fascist, huh? Because you could see like she didn't have anything to say against that because she was acting like a fascist. Thanks, guys. Oh man, I just read his name. Federal Building to help you. There's no Costco around here. Are you talking about a different city, or what's that mean? We're saying that the crowd was just close together, and maybe he was sitting down and she was standing up, and he was just his head. How either one might be true, you know.
Sides, yeah.
When you're in a big crowd like that, and someone sometimes people freak out, you know, you elbow boob on accident, you know, you're like, oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah. So I don't know what was true. He was a character. He told the whole crowd that he was a career criminal, and that allows him to be always truth. That allows him to always tell the truth, apparently. So he doesn't ever have to lie because he's a criminal. So I don't know.
It sounds like bullshit to me.
Yeah, I mean, now
I wouldn't take him as a scholar, so I don't know what he was.
you just dropped his credibility in my book. And I mean, it was just his buddies, or was it strangers? You know what I mean?
I don't know if anybody was actually vouching for him. He seemed like he was on his own, but there were a couple of peaceful protesters trying to keep him safe, and they were trying to remediate the situation, you know?
Yeah.
But people were trying to there were a few people that were trying to be rational and not jump to conclusions that he was grabbing on some body parts. Yeah.
I was just came the last 2 nights, and he came after he was sexually harassing some girls, and 5 girls came forward, and I was like, yo, we gotta kick this guy out again the next day. And they're like, yo, what are you doing here? And then I was like, let's beat him up, and they're like, no, let's not beat him up.
I'm doing live stream. You want to do an interview?
Me?
Yeah. I just asked you what you're doing out here and what brings you out to the cause.
Yeah, you're good at talking.
Sure, I guess we'll do an interview.
So I'll pop you up here.
Yeah.
So what can we call you?
You can call me Cicatriz.
What?
Cicatriz.
Cicatriz?
Oh yeah.
All right. So personally out to the protest. What's in it personally for you?
For me, I just really rehabilitative, and I'd really just want. I think that hopefully a good first step in towards getting the justice system to be equal. For 10% longer sentences are getting stopped in New York City. I think it's 9 to 11 times more frequently than a white person. So yeah.
I have a whole stream of different kind of people in my crowd. I've got Miami Man, that guy Jarpia. So I've got a whole range of different people that watch my chat in there. There's far right, left, centrist, all across the board. Everybody's in there.
Right.
So what would you say to white people? I'm asking a controversial question, so I want to make sure people aren't spying on me. What would you say to the claim that people that on the far right say that group is committing more crime?
Crime?
Yeah.
Well, what do you...
I'm not trying to gotcha.
They are, but it like myself. But these people have been going through 400 years of oppression. You know, after slavery it was Jim Crow laws, and then after that it was redlining, and still to this very day they experience a lot of hardships. And they've been peacefully protesting for decades and decades, and taking knees, and people who got. Colin Kaepernick was taking a knee. People got mad when people were walking out during the national anthem. So it's just a boiling over at can't experience. And as somebody who is a non-black person, a color, or a white person, you really just have to kind of take black people's word for it and the kind of experiences that they have, and maybe not condone it, because I do think that the violence is maybe misdirected in a lot of cases. But at the same time, it's when they've been doing this for so long peacefully, what's going to happen? It's the boiling over point,
Okay, all right.
That's what I would say.
So I think you kind of answered this next question, but I'll ask you just to be clear.
Sure.
So are you a peaceful protester?
I can't go to jail, but I understand both sides of it.
All right.
I think I just have two hard lines. I don't think people should be hurt.
Yeah.
I'll be replaced as long as it's properly directed.
Yeah. lot of these businesses around here like got hit pretty hard from the COVID, and right before the COVID lifted, and then the riots started, and some of those businesses are gone permanently now. They
unfortunate collateral damage. It really is.
Yeah.
It's quite unfortunate.
You got to go with your buddy. Your first night out here, or have you been involved in this? I know she got the yellow hat.
I've been out here most nights of the week since it started. I've probably missed maybe like 10, taking time off.
All right.
Getting tired, you know.
So this is night 41, I think I read today. So you got
something like that.
You got like a solid month in under your belt.
Yeah, absolutely. Something around there.
All right. If you could have the perfect world outcome after all this protest, what would you like to see happen?
Oh, like police reform wise? I'll just stick to police reform wise because there's so many.
Well, okay. Well, what would that look like?
So if I'm talking police reform, the first, at least in my city, I'm just going to speak on Portland, Oregon, right?
Yep.
I would like to see all of the police fired and 50% of their jobs cut. The other 50% will remain intact. And if a police officer on the force currently wants to be rehired, they'll have to undergo a stricter psychological evaluation, and they'll also have to not have a valid complaint against them that has been investigated and found out to be true. And if they do have one, then they can't reapply. Otherwise, you go ahead and reapply, and then you can be rehired on. And I'd like to see, you know, how they've been talking about community enforcement members, so like social workers who are trained in conflict de-escalation. I'd like to see them, the other 50% of the force, be replaced with those, and the police officers, the armed police officers and unarmed workers would work hand in hand to handle conflicts, and ideally you could send in complaints and stuff like that, and then for the more drug deal or a shooting.
Do you personally know anybody in law enforcement or that works in EMS?
I don't know anybody personally. I've had a few chats with some officers.
Are you aware that, so I'm going to play devil's advocate with you here.
Okay, absolutely.
Calls out that come out very, very, very benign, and then they turn into life and death situations really quick. Like, and maybe a cop comes with them because that address is known to be like maybe some mental illness, or maybe that isn't even noticed, but or there's a like, I don't know any data right now, but it's a pretty big percentage
of times that these sort of situations are escalated by the police because of health problem, and people with mental health problems really have problems with dealing with people in uniform. It is a triggering thing to them because it signifies, especially if they've been in like a mental health institution, it signifies like control, like we're here to happen with like a homeless person where they're like, oh, they're freaking out because the cops show up. And it's like it's the same thing, or you could argue the other way, right? You could be like, oh, well, there's been situations where like George Floyd, he got murdered for a $20 counterfeit bill. So it's like unfortunate that is the truth, but
in my perspective, those situations are pretty rare.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And those EMS situations that turn dangerous are kind of common. They're far more common than those rare killings. Let me give you another devil's advocate.
Okay.
So, are you aware that recently, in the last couple of years, Portland is lowering its standard for hiring because they're not able to get any cops to apply for the job? So you no longer have to have.
County, so I wasn't aware.
You no longer have to have even an associate's degree anymore. I think the last time I saw the credit requirement was 60 credits of college, or any. To have hand and neck tattoos now as a Portland police officer. I'm not saying that those are wrong or right, but I'm saying that the reason why those are happening is because they're lowering the standard, because nobody will. The police force in Portland is so overwhelmed that they're constantly going. There are. I was around the statue of George Washington the night they toppled it, and there was a cop there. I got there after it toppled, but there was a cop there clearing out the scene before it happened. and then he had to leave because there was shooting a couple blocks away.
Right.
And he got there later night when I was filming it, and after it was toppled, and I talked to him for like a rare 15 minutes that he had down. He was saying that that her staff. So with that being said, and maybe I'm wrong. Just sharing all the documentation I've gathered.
Right.
If we cut them in half, what would happen?
Well, it wouldn't be cutting them in half because the 50% would be replaced with community reinforcement members.
But mostly what they're responding to right now with the so low levels are crimes.
Right, and so the thing is
like
that
things like mental health crises aren't getting
America
responded
and
to.
a lot of politics in general is it's all reactionary. It's picking at the symptoms rather than at the cause. So ideally, we would look at the causes of these crimes, like the poverty and the conditions that enable these crimes to happen, and we would address those instead.
So you kind of have a nurture over nature.
Exactly.
And creates corruption rather than limits corruption. So it's like the Tarzan. It's like the Tarzan story where Tarzan grew up in the wild and he was pure of heart. And then he came and they took him into civilization and he started getting restless and he had to go back into the wild.
Right. Well, I think it's like the main thing that causes crime is poverty. That people don't have opportunities. They don't go to schools that are vetted as well by colleges, and they don't have opportunities for jobs. There's literally like the act of redlining where they draw a literal line around areas where they deny essential services. They give them.
That's been quite a while. Wow, that's been like 40, 50 years?
It's been going on for longer than that, I'm sure.
No, I mean it's stopped, at least. It's been stopped for like half a century, I think. I think it ended in the 70s
the fact of the
or
matter
60s.
Is, ever since it happened, there's never been any restitution to get those communities back up, or the money funneled back into the communities to get them back up on equal playing field with the rest of the communities.
So I just want to preface this that I'm not trying to grill you specifically. I try to dig into everybody, mostly people here are more on the left side. So if I speak to somebody on the right, I'm going to dig them too. I understand. So I don't want to feel like you're. But I want to ask you a hard question here.
Okay.
So
all right.
So what do you say when the right accuses the left of having racism of low expectations, to where they'll say the things you're saying right now that you're talking about can't help themselves and they have to have everything done for them? And people will say that's. People will claim that's racist and that you're not treating them equally.
A little bit of help. So, the right is going to hate me. You guys are going to hate me for this.
I'm basically center, a little bit to the right, but
the viewers.
The right-wing viewers. It's all over on my chat.
I'm a socialist, so I'm a democratic socialist, so I believe in everybody helping each other out. And I think when you had 400 years of the system being stacked against you, and just racism.
When was that 400-year period? Time frame? I've heard that a lot, but I don't know what the.
Ever since they've been brought over.
When was that?
Well, ever since the founding of the country. Ever since before that, even before in the 1700s when they came over on the ships.
All right. I'm honestly asking because I haven't looked that up because I'm doing the math right now. That would be 1620, and